Good to go, yeah.
All right, what's going on? This is TK from Comic Insider and the Gulf Coast CW. We're out here at day 2 for Huntsville Pop Culture Expo with one of the legends from Walking Dead, Russ McClung. How you doing,
Good.
man?
How you doing? Well, good to see you.
Oh, man, I'm just glad to make it out here, man. So I had to ask, first off, what'd you think of some of the cosplays out here so far?
Oh, my God.
It seems like some pretty great costumes out here.
I saw a gentleman today who had his arm amputated, who had turned it into a Aaron. He did the arm with the mace arm, and I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. I got
saw
some
that.
pictures.
That
It
was
was so
epic.
awesome. I know. I was like. It was such an ingenuity, and he gets like it was all 3D printed, looked amazing. So it was.
I was
pretty
sitting there for a
badass.
second. I was like, was that functional?
I know.
Like looking
I was like,
at shock
you could
and
probably
awe.
kill
That was
somebody with that,
awesome.
honestly. So it was cool, yeah. But in addition, I saw a Gargoyles cosplay earlier, which I was really happy about because Jonathan Frakes is one of my all-time favorite actors, and I loved Gargoyles. Did you ever watch that growing up?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I'm glad now that they have it on Disney Plus, so you could go rewatch it. You know?
What?
Yeah, Gargoyles, man. It's on Disney Plus. You didn't know that?
No, dude. Are you kidding me? Okay,
No joke.
I'm out of the loop, obviously, but like
no
I
joke.
had no
I've
idea that
watched
was
it
on.
like I
you
rewatched
kidding
it like 2 or 3 times
Oh
already.
my god, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to rewatch that because like that was one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid. And
That's awesome.
yeah, I just think Jonathan and that entire cast that was such a cool concept. And I think if they ever wanted to turn into a live action,
They should.
They really
Until today,
should.
I never saw a cosplay for that ever.
oh yeah, did you see
Any
it? What it's
convention?
about?
Yeah.
it was the kind of dopey one with the blue.
Yeah, yeah.
What was his name?
Oh, I can't even remember.
Yeah, the kind of talk like I think it was the voice of Patrick from SpongeBob, Dauber from Coach.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I can't think of
What's
his
his
name.
name?
at the
But I
moment.
think it's the same voice actor. Anyway, I think that's who it was. But
Yeah, that was probably one of the
Anyway,
top 10 coolest cosplays out here.
yeah, I like that one a lot. So yeah.
But so I wanted to talk a little bit, not just of The Walking Dead, some Avengers stuff.
Yes.
So how cool is that? You know, going from live action, switching to the what if.
I mean, anytime I get to play in the MCU, I'm thrilled. I mean, I've been very lucky in that I've gotten to play in Avengers, Infinity War and Endgame, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, What If, of course, as Ultron and Red Skull, and now with Professor X and X-Men 97. I'm very grateful and very lucky to be a part of all that because that was the stuff that I grew up with. And X-Men, the original X-Men from 91, 92, is the reason why I wanted to become an actor. No
Whoa!
joke.
So full circle.
Full circle. Like,
Oh, that's awesome.
Gaming Expo fans, it is currently 6:01, so that means we are closed. Thank you for a record-breaking awesome Saturday.
This is an awesome Saturday.
it was a good Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Come back tomorrow at 11 o'clock so we can just have a record-breaking whole weekend.
Yeah.
Please make
Awesome. Yeah.
purchases and make your way to the exits.
Amen. Hell yeah.
Now, if you are the gaming type, tabletop gaming goes late. Let's go play some D&D or Magic or learn a new game.
Yeah.
But
Now I feel like I want to play D&D.
Get out of the South Hall. Thank you for being here. We'll see you all at 11. Vendors and artists, you can get in at 9. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Hey,
There you
speaking
go.
of the event, I mean, record breaking. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I was here 2 years ago. I was stationed right over there, and it was a good turnout that year. But this is, I'd say, 10 times as big of a turnout. Honestly, I mean, it's. I don't know if you
you were
were.
at Pensacon recently, right?
I was
year
not.
before
I
last.
was. 2 years ago. I was there. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like Pensacon times 10. I was
It's
saying
pretty
earlier
wild.
today.
Yeah, it is packed. It's really
Yeah.
packed. So yeah.
I'm glad to wait towards the end of the day to do the interview.
Yeah, a lot
because
more chill.
I tried to come through here around 11. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not in the mosh pit.
So many people just stacked up on top of each other here, and understandable because like you've got such a great selection of actors. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Kari's here, Brandon Routh, amazing, Vanessa Marshall, like some of my favorite actors from back in the day too, and it's great. It's great to see. So
Yeah. So speaking with X-Men, man,
Yeah.
going back around in full circle, that was one of the things that you said wanted to get you into
Yeah,
acting. Dude,
so-
how awesome is that?
it's insane
to
because
be on the show. Like, I don't know how top secret it is, so I'm not going to try to get you to spill the beans or nothing, because
I have learned that you do not want to speak about Marvel or anything in the MCU unless you're approved to do so. All I can say is that I am Professor X in the new X-Men 97, and it's awesome. And the storyline it's so much more dark than the original. I think fans are going to be really blown away because it's a definite tip of the hat to the first one from 30 years ago. But the animation style is so much more fluid and almost borders on anime at times. I definitely feel like there's like definitely references to Akira and Sailor Moon in it throughout, and that's very exciting as someone who grew up with anime. I just feel like everyone is committed. Say again?
Akira was definitely one of the ones I grew up on.
Akira was a masterpiece. You can't go wrong with Akira. And I know there's been talk of doing like a live action of that for many years. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be done perfectly right. Otherwise, don't bother. It's a blast because that was the show that made me want to be an actor. Because it was the first show I watched as a kid that the writers and the producers decided to not treat children like children.
Exactly.
They said, we're going to write for adults. And if the kids vibe with it, great. If not, so be it. And I think that level of respect that the writers and the producers had for young adults was really, it touched a nerve with people like me, because it's like, oh, you're not making a goofy, dumb, show that just is fluff and, bubblegum. That has its place too, but like this stuff was just challenging what it meant to be ostracized and what it meant to be kind of an outcast, which I think for I got picked on a lot, I was bullied a lot, I had braces and glasses and rail thin, and I just got picked on a lot. And I think a lot of people really identified with the mutants in that series because they're like, I get what it means to be picked on all the time, and that's why the show was so solid,
Yeah. So when going into that part, like when you got the role, did you know that you were going to go be Xavier, or was it top secret back then?
Or? Oh no. Well, it was definitely top secret, but they basically said, we want you to audition for these two characters. It was Magneto and Xavier, ironically. And
cool.
I was like, if I get either one of these, I'm going to be over the moon. And just to get to play Xavier is the coolest thing ever. And it's, I'm obviously a big nerd and a big fan of X-Men, so yeah.
With the voice acting, I was wondering, what's one of the, is it cooler, funner, a little bit more to you to do voice acting versus live action? Because, seeing you as the Red Skull and then coming in to see you as Ultron. I started watching it. I jumped up out of the chair.
Really?
I know that voice.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, I was like I said, a big fan from my childhood. So anytime I get to play in this universe, whether it's live action or voiceover, I'm thrilled.
Right.
So the great thing about voiceover is you can look however you look and play any number of different characters. Whereas with live action, unless in the case of like Red Skull where they're using CGI, what you see is oftentimes what you get. So they're going to be casting you based on your physical body and your face and your height and everything. And with voiceover, you can create a myriad of different characters, and it's just there's way more freedom, there's way more flexibility. So I hope I get a chance to play so many other X-Men or Marvel characters until the day I'm dead, because it's a fun playground, a sandbox to play in,
Right.
Yeah.
I was going to ask with the show Invincible, season 2 came out.
Yes.
I feel bad. I didn't know until season 2 that you were the Immortal.
Oh,
I was like, this sounds like a solid voice. It's like, this sounds familiar. Then I found out, I'm like, all right. This is awesome.
Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, and I think
the cast on that, is that like
2? Half of Hollywood is in Invincible. It's amazing. They got some Academy Award-winning actors: Mahershala Ali, John Hamm. Obviously, half the cast of The Walking Dead is in that. It's just incredible. The range and the breadth of voice acting from people who are known primarily from on-camera acting is just astonishing. And I think it's a real credit to the writing and to Robert's story style, because you can't get that many solid actors from various different fandoms and different styles of acting unless the quality of the writing is that good. And he crushes it every time. He does. Yeah.
I was surprised on that. Like, does everybody show up for that, or is it kind of like the old days?
All one-on-one.
Wherever you're at.
I've recorded that in Germany. I've recorded it in Nashville. I've recorded it in LA. I've literally recorded that all over the planet because they get you when you're free, and wherever you happen to be in the world, they just make it work
Just
for the
pull you
time.
in
And
all
there
right.
you go. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I've been doing conventions in like Germany or Italy, and I have to go into a sound booth and then record it all. You know, it's pretty wild. So yeah.
Awesome, man. So what's one of the favorite characters, I guess, before hopping off here, I gotta know, what's one of the favorite characters you've had to play or had the chance to?
I mean, Infinity Ultron, just because I feel like he is the most perfect villain in the MCU, and I really do believe that. Like Thanos, he was a reluctant villain. He didn't want to do what he did, honestly.
Right.
Like he was not. He was.
felt like
he
it was necessary.
Exactly. Like he wanted to do this for the good of the universe, so that it wouldn't be overdrawn, I suppose, for lack of a better phrase, and or over harvested. There's just too many people, so you needed to halve the population. But with Ultron, he literally is a computer program that is so good at what he does. He's like, oh yeah, life is problematic and chaotic and potentially dangerous for all other life. So the only way to solve this is to destroy and eradicate all life in existence. That's pretty insane. And I
one of
think
the
what
top
he,
villains ever.
I don't know who's stronger. I mean, like he cut Thanos in half with a second of his mind.
Right.
And like, you know, it's incredible to see what they did with that show as geared towards a younger audience as it was. It went dark and it went pretty hard. So I love
cool.
that. Yeah. So
So I can't keep you out here all day. Obviously,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
ended,
running,
so
but
we
yeah.
got to wrap it up. Before
Yeah.
hopping off here, I was going to see where fans are able to find you.
yeah, just my name. That's my name. That's at Ross Marquand on all the socials, and that's about it. Yeah.
All right, well, make sure you get out here. Check out this event. One more day left. Remember, this is the only show with a clean bill of health from Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange, Doctor Fate, Doctor Who. We'll see you in the Multiverse God Run. Dare to defy.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Hey, thank you so
Of
much,
course.
man.